All right. Hey, y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. I'm here in the Long Dark in Mountain Town, Milton. I've kind of extended a sort of beginner's guide playthrough-ish type thing where just showing you, I was basically showing you how to do a start in Ash Canyon. Uh, but just because I got some stuff going on and I haven't been able to do quite as much as I used to, I'm trying to yeah, there's one back there. Come here. You know, play a game that keeps me interested. I have a little fun at, but I don't need to take too seriously. Taking a little break from art for a couple of reasons. One, I'm just at a point where I'm just bored grinding stuff, and two, it just keeps crashing. So yeah, and I found out today, digging around on the interwebs and on Reddit, that that's a common thing for that particular map. So not sure what I'm gonna do. I've invested quite a bit of time into that.
I think
Yeah, I know. You need to lie down. We're working on it, lady. There you go. But due to some recent health issues and some things I have going on, I just haven't been putting out the content and broadcasting and doing stuff. I've got a role play series in Skyrim going on. It's been a little too much work. I should probably get back to that though. Maybe that's what I need to do. In the meantime, here we are. So started in Ash Canyon. Why? Well, because I have 99 pounds of carry weight. That's why. Got the technical backpack, and we got a moose along the way, so we can carry all kinds of fun stuff. Now, cloth. I was like, what did I come to put in here? Generally, I like to keep at least one piece of cloth on it. All right, where'd all my... Guess I made them up. All right. Big bang. What else do we need to get rid of here? Nope. Nope. Thank you right now. We're getting up there with the rifle bullets. No, not here. Stems all over this place. Alright, so I did make those teas. Good, good, good. Anyway, just getting my weight down a little bit before I go looting in the town. So yesterday I went to uh, the plane crash to see if I could get a hold of the snow britches. If they weren't there, I got the combat pants anyway. Not a bad deal, but you know, they actually added a little weight instead of taking it away, which is my hope. Alright, that'll do. And I'll finish off this. And hit that. Now, skill wise, we're doing pretty good. Carcass harvesting's headed towards 5. Cooking's headed towards 5. It should hit fire starting 4 soon enough. Get our fishing up a little bit, rifle, etc. Haven't made a bow yet. Playing in Pilgrim mode. And while the bow has huge advantages, and there are a ton of reasons to use it, you know, I wanted to get to Milton and see if those snow pants were at the plane crash. That's what I wanted to do. So when I would have normally hung out in Mystery for a while and gone to Muskeg and made a bow, I decided to come here first. But now we're going to... Actually, I think what I'm going to do... What time is it? Nice day. Yeah. I'm going to go to the farm instead.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Great sweater. I think it's the warmest sweater you can get in the game. I prefer the fisherman sweater. My temp is ridiculous right now. Right? We're at 50 degrees and 25 windproofing. I could probably do a little bit of sewing. Get that up a little higher. So yeah, I guess what I'm looking for here is another fisherman's sweater. It could be snow pants in a random drawer, you never know. And another pair of climbing socks. I didn't get a lot of houses this time. I was mentioning that before, you know, whenever you know, it doesn't matter whether it's the houses here or Coastal Highway or, you know, the little houses on the lake and Mystery Lake. You know, sometimes you get more than others. This time I got kind of gypped. And, you know, I mentioned, you know, I like to start here. This is a great, and you know, here's my big thing that I push. Play this game a lot in Pilgrim mode when you first start. It's not so much because of any kind of like challenge, or I think you need to play on an easy mode. This game is just way easier once you start learning how to get around the map, where things are, and what to look for. So you don't have to worry about being, you know, tracked down by bears, constantly harassed by wolves. You know, the survival aspect is pretty easy for most things, and you've got the best gear available to find in the game. And usually, you know, multiple. So you might end up with 2 or 3 expedition codes. But one of the things I really want to pick up while I'm here, because I do want to get that bow made, are these. Now you dry these out, and once they're cured, you can turn them into arrows. So I want to keep an eye out for saplings, birch, and maple. You make the bow out of the maple. This area is a pretty good area for all kinds of things. I remember the harder the difficulty, the less stuff, including sticks and limbs, are going to be laying around. But it just goes to show you that, I hate to say it, but I mean, it's not, I won't say it's easy, but it's not too difficult to get around and survive in Pilgrim mode. And like I said, what it's going to do is it's really going to help you, like I said, learn the maps, learn the places, learn the transitions, learn how to get from one place to another, you know. And like I said, I think that is really one of the most important aspects of being able to play those harder levels, if that's what you desire. Now, the reason I recommend playing it in Pilgrim mode, there's a maple, instead of and a birch. Like a custom mode, where you can make it even easier. You get rid of the ankle breaking and dumb stuff. But you're not going to be able to accrue
I wonder who owns this stuff.
uh, progress towards your badges. This is a nice sweater, nothing wrong with that. I like it. Early game, it can be particularly helpful. And it's lightweight. Half a pound. So I want to check that body. There are a couple places. This farm is locked. And I just want to point out there's a ton of sticks back here you can get. A lot of people like to base out of the farm down here. There's good hunting. We passed all those deer in the field. There's rabbits right up by the farmhouse, and there are plenty of wolves. See, there's the bunnies. You want to put some snares down. There's another set. I want to say, yeah, like back there on a pond. We'll go back there in a minute. But I'm also looking for a key, the key to the house. You might be able to find it on that dead body. I see it right here. You might be able to find it in this tractor. There's the key. And a knife. Now, one of the reasons people like to stay here is there is an outdoor workbench, hacksaw, and a fire barrel right next to it. So, ooh, man, they're just giving the goodies away. Now they did a rework because the key wasn't showing up for a lot of people. I'm not exact. Oh, sometimes you can find leather in this. You might even want to tear this cardboard box up. There might be a couple pieces underneath. And you might want to tear this up too. Sometimes you can find stuff. But you got this fire barrel. You can keep yourself warm while you're working. And this way, when you're crafting, you don't have to worry about the...
Looks like this has been here a while.
Lots of leather. You don't have to worry about the cabin fever when you're playing on the harder difficulties. So there are several places. There's here, and then I always want to call it County Crossing, which is a place in Fallout 4. Coastal Highway. And actually the outdoor workbench and Coastal Highway is a little preferable because you're not really going to have an issue with wolves, but you do need to worry about bear coming by. And this is another place where you can find the key. Sometimes it's on here on the dashboard, but we already got it.
Best be prepared for anything.
Mm-hmm. Look in the back of trucks, you never know. Sometimes you can find tools. Or like an actual toolbox. Weight-wise, where I'm at. Not bad, not bad. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look around just a bit for some saplings. And any of these little harvestables, but I know that you can sometimes there's one like right up here at the top of this hill. Sometimes there's one out on the water. As far as, you know, I bring this up a lot. Cooking skill is up to you, man. But if you feel pressure not to shred your meat into little tiny pieces, just ignore it. Because the very people that act like that's a sin or cheating are the same people that are making a bunch of teas they're never going to use to level up their cooking skill, or to stay warm, I guess. Or they're, you know, they're tricking out the carcass harvesting. They're, do what you got to do, man. If you want to know how to shred meat, you can go look at some of my other videos or look it up online, people. The interwebs. But basically, you set a small amount to carve from your animals, your carcasses. You take a tiny little piece and you stop the action. Or that's, you start carving, you stop the action really quickly, and then you'll get a little tiny piece, about 0.13, you know, ounces, pounds, whatever it is. And we're going to see if the rope's out on this place right back here. Hopefully there is one. Yeah, there is one. So there should hopefully be a rope up there at the house I can take with me. Eventually going to need it to get to Bleak Inlet if we need to make bullets. But I mentioned this in my last video. This is, I think it's called the Mystery Lake Basin. There's some broken structures, but there's a nice cave you can stay in. Right about where my site is, right back there on that back wall. You can get moose down there. There's places to find some loot. And I believe you can leave from there to Muskeg or come back up the climb. I'm going to keep pushing just because I've got this great weather. There's the other set of rabbits, like I said, out here by the water. This little pond. And we'll have a quick look over here. Like I said, sometimes you can find a sapling. But it doesn't look like today is going to be the day for that. No. There's a few cattails you can pick up. And apparently plenty of dead animals here. And that's, you know, beginning of the game, except for the rabbits, which you beat up with stones. I mean, most of my deer gear comes from harvesting carcasses. You want to look for feathers. I probably should be a little more vigilant on the feathers, actually.
Probably useful.
Grabbing all the clothing I can find because I want to do some mending while I'm here. I like to get mending up to, like, you know, level 3. Even higher, really. 4 is great because you just have to, you're pretty much guaranteed a quick fix no matter what. And, yeah. I believe that at level 4 you also get like a 10% increase in the repair. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's some mushrooms. But because there's so many harvestables here, so many mushrooms and rose hips and everything, Yeah, a little bit of birch bark too, but mostly mushrooms and rose hips. I want to grab as many as I can and geek up my cooking skill. And that's the part that kills me. I don't plan on using these. If I need 30 mushroom teas, we're in trouble. Bigger trouble than what I got going on. So, yeah. Time is about noon. I think I'm going to go ahead and have a peek over here. And see if this house up here on the hill is something I can get into or not. Yeah, I can't remember this one specifically, but I think maybe sometimes it is busted or boarded up. I'm trying to remember if I think there's anything really here in this clear cut. Maybe some mushrooms. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I'm really at the point. I love art. I like playing it, but I'm getting to a point where it just seems like, you know, there's either, you know, certain maps that work. There's some more buns. Forgot they were up here by this house. So you can stay up here. And this would actually keep you away from the wolves. But it is all boarded up, I believe. Oh, no, I can get in. And I think sometimes it can be, I don't think it's always under construction either.
I think I can use this.
I always tell people, hey man, if you want to bust these crates open and these cardboard, you go for it. Sometimes you're going to find stuff, so.
This'll come in handy.
I'd be more excited, but I got like 5 of those things, man. And that one's in like the worst shape. Okay. Anyway, I was thinking about doing my hunting game. I might do some of that later today. Little Call of the Wild. Another game that doesn't take, you know, too much to, you know, you just wander around and shoot stuff if you want. Alright. But again, like I said, I like to recommend people play in the Pilgrim mode. Learn your maps, learn how to get from one place to another. And get much progress into your badges as you possibly can. You know, you can decide which ones you think are best for you. I will say there's one that makes you 4 degrees warmer no matter what. anywhere, beginning of the game till the end. I would highly recommend that one. I have one badge left to get, and that is, well, I guess two technically, but one is like a, I don't know. You gotta play one of their challenges, I think. Forever Night or something. And the badge is dumb. Like, I guess you have more stamina at night than you do during the day or something. This game will kill you, even on Pilgrim mode. Okay. As you can probably guess, things get dark, more dangerous when it gets dark. Yeah. I don't want to spin the. Here's the thing. I do get it because there's a lot of times where you do have to be out at night. Whether it's just the way your fatigue worked out, or we're gonna strafe, and you'll see we'll start to go a little faster. So remember that when you do have the wind in your face, you can sort of zigzag, and you will go a little bit quicker. But yeah, the last badge I have is for the blizzard, and what that will do is it will reduce the wind effect by, I think, like 20% or something like that. For a lot of people, that is a ridiculous and useless, completely junked up badge. But for me, I hate the wind mechanic in this game. I think it's just the next to the sprains is the dumbest thing they've got in this game. The headache effect, the sprain, and the wind, they're just stupid. I'm not saying you have to take sprains out of the game. I'm just saying you really need to lower the amount of times that you get sprains. It's absolutely unrealistic. You can't climb a hill in this game without spraining your wrist or your ankle. That doesn't make any sense. There's that rope I'm talking about. It's going to make me really heavy, though.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
You don't even know, lady. We haven't even gotten the heavy thing. 11 pounds right there. I'm going to run this jerry can down to the barn real quick, though. Shed. I don't know what this thing was. I guess it was, I mean... Yeah, I don't really know what that thing is. Oh yeah, that one's heavy. A lot of fuel, though. Alright. And we'll drop the rope, too, for now.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And a box of tools. And so I'd have a little bit going on out here. Drop a little firewood. Like so. Now, again, depending on your situation and what you're playing, you could even leave yourself a little box of matches for later. So yeah, a lot of people, like I said, this is a desirable place. It's one of the better interiors, I think, for certain. You get a 6-burner stove. I've talked about why that's super helpful in other videos. But obviously I can cook more at once. So yeah, that should be pretty obvious. But you get a ton of storage here. Lots of books, lots of good stuff. And again, you know, just imagine your loot table smaller and smaller, the harder the difficulty. There we go. You know, I don't always use it, but you might want to, particularly when you first start playing the game, you want to get this lantern or torch out and look around, because a lot of times shadows, things can be stuck in little spots. You know, let's see, we got a switch, some shocks. Always looking bathtubs for underwear. I don't know why they put them there, but they do. We'll grab this. I see those shoes. I'm not worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and use the lamp. To try to clear out all the sketchy places. You can find a gun in here sometimes. A rifle on the rifle rack there.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, we will. 96%. You're baby. Yeah, coffee was one of the things I was looking for here. Haven't really looked around town much. I haven't looted the town. Not much there. I'll get there at some point. Alright, we'll do the back area. Couple more bullets. Food. Let's see the soup. We got a cooking pot out here and a can. That's great. Sometimes you can even find more than one cooking pot. Look in the sink. Here we go. So everything we need to make water here. Check the shelves in here. More bullets. Big bottle of water. Take some canned goods.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No, but we're gonna get heavier before it's all done with, lady. Stump remover, use that to make the gunpowder. And we can put this away.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Sure. Did that one. Well, generally you don't find always the best gear in here, but I figure it's pretty random. Like I said, I don't need all these clothes. I just want to use them to, there we go, work on my mending skill. Soups and what have you, we're going to take for the cooking skill. Again, you'll see people cooking soups that are, you know, 12%. They don't have level 5 cooking skill. No plans on eating it. But happy to use it to boost their cooking skill. So. Alright, you can hear us sloshing around. That's one of the things I like about this game. It'll kind of give you some clues as to what you're got too much of. And we'll grab a swig before we go. If I get to the right menu there. I'll lose a little more weight. We don't need that. It's no good. Well, it'll be kind of a crappy walk back, but
That'll be useful.
I like sodas. Sodas are great. They're pretty lightweight. You're gonna get one of those items you get calories from and hydration. So you can imagine why that's useful, I would assume. Plenty of cloth out here too if I wanted to get some extra cloth, but I'm not going to need it. Alright, let's bounce. So what I do in Milton is basically gather up as much as I can. Which will of course be easier, like I said, you get that tech backpack, moose side bag combo with a well-fed bonus. Well-fed bonus isn't really that difficult to achieve. Again, I think on Pilgrim mode, it can be a little tough in the beginning, just like any game, but you know, I don't think once you get to a certain point, it's not that hard to maintain. So 33 extra pounds carry weight. When generally speaking, in most situations in the game and starting places, you're going to have 22 pounds. You're going to get up to about 88. So we'll grab the rope. Didn't really slow us down. Go out here and scare this wolf. Yeah, you know, it's pretty foggy. We'll follow the fence line here. Just make it a little easier. Pathing wise, for anybody that never watches this. Hey, buddy. But you can see he's going where we're going. One of the nice things about maneuvering around here is there are a fair amount of roads and paths that are pretty obvious, you know. So and that's something to think about too, because remember, you could pop into a map that you never known before, and it's just straight fog day one. Blizzard in the first 20 minutes. You know, you really gotta just, if you don't know that hey, there's a little house over here to the right, or a cave nearby, or something. And there's still plenty of things on a lot of these maps I couldn't tell you. You know, I don't know where every cave is, but I know where enough are. It generally makes enough of a difference. You know, there are maps where I confidently will tell you I know, you know most of it. I was just trying to think of like a percentage, and I don't know. I really want to go that far on most maps. I'd say Mystery Lake, I probably know at least 90+%. Definitely in the 90s. I don't remember where all the prepper cache locations are. Stuff like that. I think there's prepper caches on this map too, if I'm not mistaken. I just never looked for them. But I think there are several maps where you can find some. There's some areas that I don't always go to either. There's a sapling. Depending on how the run's going, what I have, and of course difficulty level. So good lord. But anyway, I would say in Pilgrim mode, this is absolutely probably one of the best places to start, without a doubt. Uh, you're going to be able to get your cooking skill up really easily. There's usually a rifle here in the story mode. This is where you get your rifle.
Walk with this much gear.
I've found as many as 4 rifles in Pilgrim mode on just this map. I'm gonna get back to the main road, hang a left, back to grandmother's house. But yeah, you know, and having multiple rifles are nice. Like I was, when I got here, I found a rifle that was 99% up in the little office when you first get into this area. And I left it there, and I'm just going to leave it there. And that way, when I travel back and forth between Milton and Mystery, which I'll do several times, moving loot around back and forth, getting what I need to Mystery. This is a good place to hunt for moose, bear. So yeah. So while you've got this monster structure here, Long Dark can be lonely. Remember that. There's no NPCs to interact with. There's no nothing. It's just you and the snow and the wolves. It's a nice homey feeling to go upstairs and go to bed. You know, I might need to get up there, but hey. If you really want to, you can get the stove going in the kitchen, cook some food. You can sit by the fireplace. You can't really sit, but you could hang out by the fireplace. Have that light going, you know. Let's go here first. I will sort most of that out later. Now you see, I keep this Amarie on me, and you know, it weighs, because it weighs £1.10. You know, I haven't eaten. These are great. I usually try to keep one around when I'm traveling on me. It can really save your life. I always have one if I have one, when I transition to. If I go from one map to another, and or go through a separate map. Let's lose these clothes next. Oh, let's lose a rope. That'll be a big help. I do want to take that with me though, so I have to keep that into consideration when I leave here. So luckily I have no problem leaving that extra rifle here. Like I said, it'll help me weight-wise when I'm moving around. I just don't need to bring a rifle when I come here. And of course, another benefit is it's lightweight. Let's get our sticks on the ground. Good. And then any extemporaneous junk I don't know what to do with right now is going right in here. Those in there too. You know, I'm pretty much always going to keep a tea on me, or coffee or something to brew up if I need to get warm. These are another ones that give you a nice bit of nutrition and a little bit of hydration. I'll follow that with a soda. That should knock out my thirst. Give me a few more calories. And pop back in here because I'll need a little more food. And we got a power bar and candy bars will do. One of the few things that I'll use past 50% is sodas. I'm not saying you can't get food poisoning. I'm just saying it's a bit more rare. Yeah, let's actually grab this one. What I'm going to do is head upstairs and get by my bed. And we'll top this off. And now we're going to make some tea. Maybe. I remember how the buttons work. Maybe like 3 hours of tea crafting. You know, I want to try to get these made up. That way and I have a few more I think in the fridge. But we're getting, you know, it's going to be lighter weight and it'll just be made up and ready when I'm ready to geek up my cooking skill there. Let's knock this out. And another issue though with like a lower end something like that, you might not get the calories out of it or the hydration. Okay, it should be, I might be able to read. Let's see if I can get an hour reading in. Nope. Put this lady to bed. She can just wake up when she's rested. Oh, we got an aurora. So if you don't know, an aurora happens, the geomagnetic storm. You get your lights on, you can turn the radio on, listen to some music. It's kind of nice, actually. It's like classical. You know, if where you're staying has a radio. Oh, okay. Sun's up. We'll read our book. Should have enough light now. Good. All right, where's the weight at? We're under 70 pounds. That's good. I got a few things I can drop off. Alright. Let's do the food thing. Finish up that little candy bar. And we'll drink a soda. Well, that helped on the calories. I think I'm going to actually... No, I don't need that. I'll drink a bottle of water. All the way up there. Usually what I do is I stop it and I leave, especially if I'm moving around or about to go out, I'll leave myself a little space. That way if it ends up I need to drink a coffee or a tea for warmth or energy, I'll have it. Some thirst. Oh man, you know, I could shoot a wolf. If any are around, I wouldn't mind, like I said, if I can top off the cooking skill at 5 here, the sooner you do that, the better. That's all there is to it. Wolves can come right up here, all the way up to the front. So we're in Pilgrim mode. I just wanted to see if I could get a shot in. All right. I pointed out before, there's rabbits right over there. You can set snares up. I would recommend snares because otherwise the wolves are going to eat them all pretty consistently. I'm going to go across this bridge. There's houses that are boarded up, I think always, but there's one house that can sometimes be there that you can loot. I think... No, I'm thinking of somewhere else. Where am I thinking of? Hold up. Pleasant Valley. I was thinking of Pleasant Valley. So I'd like again to point out that right near this area, you're not going to find a lot of firewood. So I kept bringing it up when I was first hit this map, why I was dragging so much firewood with me. Oh, there's a skill book in here, except I'm sitting on it. It's not. Small arms too.
This will come in handy.
Maybe. Well, guess we'll pop out to the other side. Now the nice thing about Pilgrim mode, and it's another thing that I mentioned, and something that I hardly disagree with in the basic mechanics of the game. Stuff's going to last long, right? Now I get why they do it a little bit to add that sense of urgency, to get you to move around the maps and stuff. But a sweater, like best example, the one I always use, a sweater's not going to go bad in 3 months. That doesn't make any sense. In fact, it's dumb. You know, a perfectly good can of peaches at the beginning of our nightmare, right, isn't going to be bad in like 2 months. A year and a half from now, I'd probably be eating them peaches, man. Alright, we're at the credit union. It's a good place to find loot. You got multiple opportunities. There's a safe in here. Sometimes it's really fun in here too, because they'll set it up like there was a robbery. I kind of like that. There's a dead guy usually in the... When they do it that way, there's a dead guy in the vault. Looks like he met his end trying to steal the money. That is useless now. Said all the clothing. You can look in these trash cans. Actually, you'll find stuff in there sometimes. Crackers, I think it is.
This stuff will come in handy.
Now, me personally, I think once I get, whoops, I don't need that. But definitely once I get the last badge,
Okay.
and I think other than for like just broadcasting and making videos, I don't really think I'll play much. I'll probably just be a custom player for the majority of what I enjoy about the game when I'm just playing. I'm not a big fan of the wolves and the bears. Again, it's just for me. I'm gonna say that's less of a game problem and more of a me problem. I just don't find it realistic. Maybe if it's scaled up, like a wolf encounter for the first 2-3 months is pretty unlikely. Once things like, you know, the food starts to show up less rabbits and okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I love this place.
Anymore.
So again, even on the harder difficulties, this place isn't too hard to get to. If you're playing Interloper, hopefully you have a general idea of what you're doing and a basic understanding of the maps. There we go.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Nope. There's that MRE. But I would still come here looking for coffee.
I'll take it.
Even if you have to use some to get to and from here. Although I think it's doable if you plan it right. Stay in the right places, sleep, leave in the morning. Either stay in Trapper's cabin or the cave. Or I would spend the night
Prepared for anything.
in the gas station. Just to save that much more fatigue before I went and left. It's certainly doable. Again, game I love. This is dumb. I believe 100% I could pick a lock before I could ever do this.
I think I can use this.
Sorry, I was thirsty.
This will come in handy.
To me, the biggest boon about this town and what I'm gathering right now, it's going to be the clothing. It's not that you know, and yeah, I might get something I can use, but for the most part, just need it to get the mending up. Do you need to look at all these deposit boxes? All I can tell you is
I'll take it.
you find stuff like that. Now the flare gun is important in the harder levels because you can use it as a weapon. If you headshot any animal in the game with the flare, including the bear or the moose, it is one shot kill. And lot of people on Interloper in particular, because on that one you won't have any guns. Make that flare gun a priority. There are some places where it is going to be, it's going to spawn. So who doesn't want a guaranteed ballistic weapon?
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
That can one-shot a bear or a moose. Pretty much everybody, so. But in Pilgrim mode, I just don't even use it. It's not necessary. I guess I could go finish story mode. I'm in Blackrock. I don't know that map very well. Now, the nice thing about playing in story mode is that places like Pleasant Valley, Muskeg, Mystery Lake, here, you'll have a fully revealed map. And that can also help you learn where everything is. Gosh, it's nice to play a game that doesn't crash constantly. Lots of leather. That's good. But yeah, interestingly enough, you know, just didn't really end up with too many places to loot in the town this time. But again, I'm gonna look through everything, grab every little bit of clothing that I can. It'd be nice to find some climbing socks, but I'm not counting on it. I, I, I think this house is always under construction. And I'm wrong. Fantastic. Well, that's good, though. Always looking behind you, like right in here, sometimes there's boots. Like somebody left their boots by the door. Grab those. You know, books that are 100% fire start. Nothing wrong with that. Combat boots. These are great early game. They're super heavy, though. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to bother with them. Other than leather, I don't really have any use for that, and I got a decent amount of leather, so. We'll take whatever food we can get, but what I really want is more coffee, or some tea, cans of soup, you know. Anything I can get my cooking skill up with. Is that a candy bar? It looks like a candy bar, yeah. Now, I'd like to point out that you can see I'm not moving right now. I'm trying to stay still because if you... Right now, I'm going to get one arrow down when I look in this cabinet, right?
This'll come in handy.
But if I approach it while I'm moving, and there's 2 arrows, and I open the cabinet, I'm going to lose 2 arrows worth of fatigue while I'm searching the cabinet. So try to find yourself a nice spot you can get to just about everything at, and then, or, you know, take a little move and then stop. It's not super important, honestly, right now, but it can be. And it's a pretty good habit to get yourself into, I think. So you see all these toilets, there's plenty of water around if you need it without having to stop and cook. Just hit as many of these toilets as you can in these houses. I would say grab cloth too while you can from any of these little curtains or whatever, but since there are so few houses that are standing, I don't think I'm going to get but so much clothing, so I think I'll probably be alright. And in this house you can see there's not many curtains left, honestly, just 2 maybe, so you know. Same thing when you're going through a door or a transition, like into an inside area. If you're moving forward, when you hit the door, it's going to deplete your energy faster while you load. But yeah, all like I said, I've only got like maybe the bank and the post office are always available to loot. The post office can have some nice loot. A lot of times there's a sewing book in there. Let's go see if the sewing book's in there. I want to read that before I start mending, right? But the houses range, man. You could have like 7 houses to loot. You could have like 3 or 4. So it just depends. I think I should be able to quit playing with my mic for a minute. Doesn't look like the book's here.
This'll come in handy.
I know people that use spray paint. More power to you. I think it's especially helpful early game and with somebody who doesn't know the area. If you are I don't know, I always feel weird saying this because it's not necessarily forgetful, but if you are kind of a forgetful person, if that's how you would sort of describe yourself or others might describe you, it's a good way to keep yourself from popping into a house real quick. You've already looked at it? I don't know. It does reveal a little bit of the map though, so I guess it's kind of a way to do some mapping. Right now, I have high hopes on this house. I think I searched this truck, though. Yeah. I used to leave these down. But now I heard recently that they're going to actually put some things in there. You'll actually be able to find things in the visors coming up. I am beyond stoked for all the DLC, and I can't wait to spend money on this game. That's a weird thing to say.
Take it.
But you have to play this game to understand. There's a lot of stuff I want stuck in this game. and now we're finally going to get it. The developers, thankfully, I really, really am impressed with this game and the developers. They listened to their players. I know that sounds weird, and that's something hey, if you've ever been on the fence about playing the Long Dark, get off it and start playing because it's a fun survival game. The one aspect that I miss out of this game and other survival games, I think, is going to start to get changed a little bit, and we are going to be able to start crafting. Uh, like a travois, so you can carry,
Never know.
you know, maybe a pile of wood, I would guess, or that's what I would think of a travois. But you can drag materials behind you. You'll be able to, I assume, add to your carry weight. And they're gonna put little things in. I'm beyond stoked. I am beyond stoked. I feel like it's adding.
This stuff will come in handy.
It's not bad. Another level to this game, and it kind of needs. And then what they did, because the developers of the game are crazy in love with the story mode. That's what this game's about. They want to tell this story. It's very important to them. And I like that. But I can tell you personally,
Nobody needs this anymore.
I don't really enjoy the story mode. Or there are aspects of it that I enjoy, but yeah, for the most part, I just don't care. And that's, again, that's me. You know, I know a lot of people love the story mode. Oh my gosh. And like I said, it's a great way to learn the maps and do all kinds of stuff. Look at all this cloth. But I don't really like it. That's on me, like I said. It has nothing to do, you know. I'm not going to comment on the acting or anything like that because that is really my personal opinion. And you know, I'm not a kind of person that's afraid to say, to share my personal opinion if I think it's like, if I really think that a lot of people would agree with me, then I'll be like, hey, this is the way it should be. But I don't think as many people would agree with me that the story sucks. I do think there's a lot of players that enjoy survival more so than the story mode. So what they've done is basically split the game in two. To make it easier to implement content for story mode or survival mode, but not necessarily have to implement them in both. Right? So yeah, there'll be things in survival mode that I can get that I can't have in the story mode. Makes absolute sense. And there'll be things in the story mode that I can't do in the survival mode, which I'm 100% for, man. I don't see anything negative about that at all. Yeah, all positives. And they did it in reaction to what the players wanted.
I can use this.
Flashlight works when the Aurora's out. But I am all for any new tools, any customization. I don't really care about skins in any video game. I'm not saying they're not fun. What is this? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this house up before. So that's fun. But yeah, man. Give me some new tools. I know there's going to be new tools. There's going to be new crafting stations. I believe we're also going to get a little bit of customization to certain interiors like this. This might, well, probably more like Grandmother's house, the big house that I'm staying in. Maybe there's something I could add in there, like a crafting bench, or I don't know. But there's going to be some customization to the housing. I'm really excited about that. So this house should have a bunch of curtains. And you can see me, again, I'm going to kind of stick myself in the corner here so I can open as much as I can without moving around. And let me tell you what, this could save your bacon in Pilgrim. I mean, not Pilgrim. Well, yeah.
Okay.
And Interloper, Stalker, Voyager even. Crunchy Stuff. You know what? That is a genius name, by the way. I love that. I would buy something called Crunchy Stuff. I'm just that kind of goofball. It's crunchy. It's stuff. I love it.
This'll come in handy.
Like if there was a soda called Good Soda, I'm just a sucker to buy it. And I buy it before Excellent Soda. Although I'd probably buy one of those too, I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, come on, give me something.
I'll take it.
No, whatever. You always want to look in the sides on these beds. Sometimes you can find a pistol underneath a bed, because in real life, people hide pistols under their beds. But we're not getting that today. Doesn't look like anyway.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Now, in this series, I've gone over how to geek up your fire skill. But books are one way to do it. The only problem is they burn for like 15 minutes, so it's not quite as good as doing sticks. They said they fixed the fire making glitch, but I have had the crash happen and the lag happen after they said they fixed it, so. I don't know why, it doesn't make any sense to me. It didn't happen, and then it started happening, because I used to geek up my fire skill. Like, that was just, that's like early game grinding. And if you see, I floated and then gave myself just a second to let that arrow go down. Now, I thought of this myself, but I wasn't 100% sure, and I want to give credit to the person that helped me figure it out for sure. And the guy's name is Zacnafane. That's his handle. Watches videos. That dude knows everything there is to know about the Long Dark. He's a man. His cadence, the way he talks, is great. He's got a great voice for broadcasting or recording. I'm sorry, whatever. He does both, I think. And I know it's a he, unlike some of the modders and stuff, because yeah, I watched his videos. It's a dude. So Zacnafein, Z-A-K, I think it's N-E-F-E-I-E-N, has taught me a lot about this game. Not just little things that you know, like that. Like I said, that was more of a confirmation of something that I already suspected. That was dope. But yeah, the guy has taught me where matches are. The only reason I've played Interloper is because I watched his videos and I felt comfortable knowing where things were and what to do and where to go, and if things go south. Yeah. Anyway, watch his videos. I also like Rand Althor, 1960. That guy is dope, just in general, and I love the Wheel of Time. It's
Hope nobody needs this
probably it's so hard to say this because I have a hard time saying this about anything. It is absolutely one of the best book series I've ever read in my entire life. And naming yourself after a god, basically, is dope. And Rand al'Thor, 1964. Is named after our chief protagonist.
Probably useful.
Dope ass dude in the game, or in the books. So let's turn the lamp on. See if we missed anything. I don't think so. But I might have missed these shoes in the corner. Let's face it. No, these fire these fire logs are almost like a what's the word? A trope. You know, they're like a joke.
I think I can use this.
They have decent fire time. I think it's like 2.5 hours, but they weigh like 4 pounds a piece. If you've ever had a fake fire log, they're really light. So, yeah, I don't really understand that.
This will come in handy.
Doesn't look like we're missing anything. Hop in the toilet. Another crap-ass flashlight. Listen to me. If you want to use this, that's fine, but it's more of a gimmick than anything else. Alright. Fisherman's sweater. Great find. Great find. Especially early game because you're going to get some windproofing if you don't have another hat on. I personally think I just like to wear it. I have one on now because it makes more sense because when it's negative 50 degrees, you need your face covered, right?
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Never hurts to have a backup.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love this. Pizza. Do you need all this cloth for the repairs you're going to make? Nah. But if you're basing out of Mystery Lake, there is not a lot of cloth in Mystery Lake. Lots of drugs, though, man. Let's take some drugs, man. Let's make this search a little fun. Take a couple hydros and see what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I actually am going to... Nah. Alright. Nope. We'll cook that. Let's have a... No. We'll drink this one, though. Could get food poisoning, but kind of highly unlikely. Let's drink this other crap one, too. Gone. Good. With a candy bar. Feeling groovy. Check this. Oh, got it. So again, up to you.
Nobody needs this anymore.
4.5 pounds. So I just added almost 10 pounds, and I'm walking slow. So, you know, it's one of those things. And that's it, man. That's town, unfortunately. Oh, no, I got this little place over here. Did I look in here? I honestly don't remember. construction houses. The great thing about construction houses is that you can find tools. This kind of crap to make bullets.
I think I can use this.
Nice. All right, so if I didn't have the rabbit gloves, boom. And there's nothing wrong with those too, because they take leather to repair. So just tear up all them old shoes. You're fine, and then you don't have to worry about deer skins to fix your boots until you know. I mean, well, yeah, I guess if you get the mucklucks. Basically, it just takes leather to fix mucklucks and the gauntlets. And I would just use that up until you needed to switch over to the deer skin and rabbit skins. Rabbit skins aren't really ever going to be a problem. But you do need to think about one thing, and that's the fact that if you're playing on interlopers, slowly but surely, well, actually, medium to surely. Don't call me Shirley. Your rabbits are slowly going to disappear to the point where they're not going to be, someday, there won't be any rabbits. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that's town, you know. Yeah. And like I said, if there were 7, 8 houses for me to loot, I'd probably have a lot more clothing to repair. But I got a decent amount. Actually, let's go. We'll throw what we got in here real quick, and then we'll take a look. Some of the leather stuff I wouldn't repair. I'd rather have the leather. But we could probably do a couple. So let's look over here. And you can just see how many things we can mend. A lot of it's lightweight too, so that should be pretty simple. And since I'm already up to a level 3 in mending, I think, right? Yeah. So we have a 75% chance of successful repair. Add in a sewing kit and it's like 85%, I think. Repair time decreased by 15%, and oh, so at level 3 we're getting 10% more condition increase. So that's great. Like I said, I think level 4, I guess it's like 15% maybe. I would say get to level 3 on any playthrough. It's going to make your life easier. Yeah. Okay, nope. Forgot the cloth, which we have a ridiculous amount. We'll just stick it all in there for now. We're going to separate out some of this other junk. So you can see I've got a, whoops. So you can see I've got a ton of meds, right? And that's one of the things I would like to bring back with me. We'll grab all these. But it kind of has to go into that pile of future stuff. Reasons to come back. And let's not forget, if I get my cooking level up to 5, I can eat all this garbage. You'll see a lot of people cook up coffees like that. I don't really do that. We have plenty of books. Right. Remember, using fire striker saves you matches. The harder the difficulty,
Come on, little fire.
the more you want to use up that fire striker.
Perfect.
I don't think I picked up an extra cooking pot, so we'll move this, y'all. Put you down here. That's all 6. Perfect. All right, let's grab some water.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That should do it. And then we're going to start cooking all this stuff. Do I have a can opener? Yes, I do. Make my life easier. Apparently we're going to get some new cooking things we can cook. I'm hoping for some recipes. We're getting some new harvestables, at least one. I've been saying we need to maybe be able to make some mushroom soups and what have yous for a while. And I don't think opening them like speeds up the deterioration process, so I won't worry about that too much. Idiot. Idiot. All the cooking times will be reset. Hey, it makes sense. I only had a 95% chance to start a fire, so yeah, I get it.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh, let's get one of these. So that's pretty good. Nice pile of firewood. Alright, come here. Get these tomatoes out. Good. Peaches! Ready to go. Not gonna eat those. Peaches are great, by the way. One of the best things in the game. A lot of hydration, decent amount of calories. I'm a fan of peaches. Like the fish. The tomato soup's not good compared to peaches. And pork and beans will give you a lot of calories, but to make you thirsty. Whereas peaches are going to give you hydration. I mean, tomato soup gives you hydration too, but peaches gives you much better everything. Let's just eat it. You can see I got a decent amount of calories, not so much on the hydration. Peaches, tons of hydration and cooking. Alright. Start cooking up these teas. And this is how you geek up your cooking skill, if you ever wondered. Super easy. Grab all your soups, grab as many harvestables as you can, and just make as many teas as possible. Teas have calories and hydration, so it should be pretty obvious why that's helpful. And they can keep you warm when it's super cold outside. Now, the best thing I think... Here, let's just pause it. The best thing I can think to do, right, is try to get as many of these teas together in their powdered form, so it's lightweight, and take them back to Mystery. Where I'm going to be based out of, and where they might actually be of some help. But for the most part, really, teas are literally just here to increase your cooking skill. I'm not saying they can't give you some hit points back. I'm not saying they can't do what they do. You know, reduce pain, get rid of the headache. If you're a interloper player, teas are going to be useful for calories, but more so to keep you warm. I'm not saying an interloper you won't need this stuff. It might just not be as necessary as you think. Basically, there are many more bonuses to having a level 5 skill in cooking than there are having a pile of teas laying around. Again, the herbal tea is going to be especially helpful to you. It actually is pretty helpful in the harder levels because it helps you increase your condition. I'm out of water. Which is why I made a ton of water earlier. Wow. Alright. Should be getting close. Oh, now we got a long ways to go. Level 5. A little confused about what I was doing. It takes a while. However, we're about to halfway. I'm good with that. All right, I'm going to pick up all these cooking pots.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
And I'm going to take the best one. Then we're going to grab all the cans. Put those there. How are we doing on water? 7 pounds. That's not a lot. Let's do some more water.
rest suit, I'm gonna faint.
Alright, let's drop some water. Guess we're gonna eat this crappy soup. Because I hit the wrong button. And we're gonna toss away these crap things I don't need. Better. And we're off to bed. We'll do 10 hours. Let's do 9. Rah, 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 rah. Should be light. Time for a 3-minute break to run to the restroom. We're back. We're awake. Let's see what we can do. Not quite ready to sew yet. I think I need to go get more stuff. That's what I need. So, let's lose the rest of the weight. Confused. Why am I so heavy? I'm bringing extra clothing. I mean, 7 pounds of water is a bit much, but it's not too bad. Standard. In fact, I have less wood than I normally would. What's going on? Why was I looting at 64 or like under 70 pounds and now I'm over? And I have more firewood on me. I don't really understand. Whatever. Let's see what the weather is like. Not bad. So this is sort of the other way to the plane crash, as well as, you know, more parts of the map. Some loot locations. A bear. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's prepper caches on this one too. I just don't. I know we're like 5 places to look for in mystery. I check those. I don't usually go further than that. The church can have a gun in it sometimes. All right, let's see. So sometimes, I think usually you can find a jerry can associated with one of these vehicles.
This'll come in handy.
Another hatchet. You can find some wood around here. A lot of times there's a lot of deer up in here too. You can get wolves.
I'll take it.
This little church up here, you know, like I said, it can have a gun. The loot is sort of, it's really random. books, cloth, a little bit of food. Like I said, it's a possible spawn point for the rifle.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Churches tend to have lots of books. Guess you're burning the old Bible. It's okay.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Usually guns over here. Here it is. Good Lord. So that's what, 2 rifles I've found on this particular map so far.
I think I can use this.
Okay. Just gonna leave it there for now. Church isn't really that far away from town. If I want to grab it and bring it to grandmother's house, which I might do, I could. I mean, the smart thing would be to leave that one at grandmother's, bring the 99% one back with me. And take it to somewhere else that it would be nice to have a gun, just kind of like maybe Broken Railroad or something. There's a sapling. Just gonna look back here real quick for saplings. There's rabbits, cattails, etc. So now I have a couple bows, like 18 arrow shafts, just from this area. So far. And hopefully I can show you how you can leave stuff at certain places and hit them again. The rifle's, like I said, it's just down the road from grandmother's house. I don't want that extra 8-9 pounds of carry weight. Just leave it there and get it later. We're going to head to the place where you can hunt moose. Sometimes. You can find saplings. There's another spot where the rifle can spawn. Yeah, I guess, I mean, this map in particular has, like, a lot of rifle spawn areas, so... Let's say you're playing Stalker and you really need a gun, this is one of the places you can go. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it's kind of guaranteed. Keep looking. We'll go see what these birds are up to. Looks like a deer carcass. Decent amount of meat on it. Need to be a little more feather vigilant, but and then we're up to the little trailer up here. And remember, every time you can get these harvestables, that's your cooking skill going up. Keep you warm, and occasionally you can deal with pain, food poisoning. And increasing your condition. And there's usually a piece of firewood or two up here. And you get a fire barrel, always nice. Grab that. Let's peek inside. You can find, you know, what you normally find. Food, clothing. I believe there's a workbench in here. Usually when I'm hunting moose, this is where I base out of.
Looks like this has been here a while.
This is one of those places where you might want a little light. I don't need that flare. Flares weigh half a pound, y'all. Cargo pants, fantastic. They're useful, I'm not saying that. And particularly, again, in the harder levels. But in Pilgrim mode, you can leave most of them behind. Just like the antiseptic. Okay, good enough for me. Let's check the first aid kit. And again, I haven't used the single stem pack. I might not ever need one. So. But I like to walk around with one, at least. Have a few backup. But again, it's... until you get to like Stalker Interloper or you end up in like a real bad situation. It's not something you really need to think about too much. If there's moose sign, I should find it somewhere either back here or up here a little ways. Let's see, we got some rabbits. Keep an eye out for random saplings. I don't really see any. I'm not really remembering any up here, really. I think is there a cave up here? There might be a cave up here. Yeah. Well, about that time, isn't it? Now, this is a way in. I wouldn't go this way. I'm going to go in and have a peek. I saw some coal. Alright, I'll cut the lantern on real quick. Oh, there we go. Peeking this side. Yeah, I didn't really think I'd be able to get that color. Yeah. There we go. There's a couple ways to do this. I'll leave it up to you. But just like the other one, I'm pretty sure this dumps you out in Muskeg. But you want to be careful because I think where you come out here, if you go too far, you can end up stuck in Muskeg, if I'm correct. Have a little bit of firewood. It's all fur, isn't it? Why am I grabbing firewood? Well, I might kill a bear. And remember, if you don't get the coal out, it can't respawn, right? So yeah, we'll pop out here just so I can... I think it's Muskeg. I think where you come out in the basin is better. No. Yeah. Hush River. The bane of my existence. The map I know the least a bit about. I know it's a dope place. Lots of saplings. You can get a free moose hide bag. Not today, though. How we doing on weight? I'm gonna grab 2 pieces. I'm gonna grab 1 piece of fur. I want to point out that that coal, I always like to dip out and in, if you can, into an interior cave. Sometimes it takes a while for the coal to load in. So keep that in mind. What do I need from the bear? Well, really not much. I'm not opposed to walking around with a bearskin bedroll. It can save your life, but it's not, again, in Pilgrim mode, it's not so it's not necessarily needed. But it is certainly helpful. Wind's picking up, but it's not too bad. My torch is going. And again, I know where some saplings might be. I just want to check this back side real quick. Alright, so we're going to walk back to where there might be some saplings. And then I'll show you where there can be a rifle. I can see a sapling in the distance already. So this little pond is almost, it's not quite, but it's almost across the way from that blue trailer. So if you want to get to the blue trailer, just continue down this road and it splits off to the right. Let's see what he does. If he gets a deer, we might shoot him. It looks like he's going to get one. Alright. So we'll get in here, we'll get down. And you're going to see me bounce. And what this does, it helps you move a little quicker. And it doesn't break the stealth. So you can do this in any mode. Just remember, it's dangerous. Let's grab this maple. And why'd you shoot him, Pizza? Well, I mean, there's a pile of meat, plenty of carcass harvesting. But honestly, I just did it for a little bit of rifle score. For the most, I'm going to get out of it right now. I don't see any mushrooms. There's a piece of birch, though. And now we got a tea. That'll we'll bump to a cooking skill whenever we get there. Good, good, good. Alright, let's roll on. Grab these rose hips. And I'm going to drink a coffee. Get a nice boost of hydration. We'll use this orange one to get some calories. It's a little past noon. It's probably like 1:30, and I'm already just about dead. I mean, I'm almost halfway drained on my stamina. And that's the nice thing in Pilgrim mode. You can use these coffees like pretty much whenever you want, if you can get enough. We're gonna go up the road a little ways. We might find a sapling. There's one. There's another spot. No, maybe it's this one. I think this is where you can find the sapling. And then in this little area up here, in a little sheltered area, we'll probably find a dead body. And again, I'll show you where you can find a rifle. Wind is definitely picking up. So yeah, so you got a little fire, you got a little shelter area here. Dead guys here. Like I said, you can sometimes find a rifle here, so keep that in mind if you're playing.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Man, I'm killing it on these fire strikers. Let me tell you what. I could literally leave probably travel to like 3 to 5 different regions or more just on 2 fire strikers. I got like 6 now. It's insane.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
So we're gonna head up to this bridge. Leads to a blocked area. You can get some good loot from the cars, both in their trunk, both from inside the vehicles. I would call this a high-end loot area for sure. And I'm not, again, saying it's guaranteed, but you're almost guaranteed a bear up here. It's almost kind of like set. So like when I walk up here and start to cross this bridge, you can go this way too, but I'm gonna bet I see a bear in the distance. There he is. I see him. You can run into him like right in here. I mean, you can be crossing this bridge, so keep that in mind. There he is. A lot of times what I'll do is I kind of try to wait for him to come through this area. You can hide in the cars if need be. His little bear cave is up right in there. I'm going to end up trying to hit him in the open, which is not great, but we also have some space and a little bit of cover. Yeah, he's walking away. Best case scenario, and this should work out, is I can get a bullet in him and he'll run in this back area. Okay, he turned around. Dead. Damn. Woo! Y'all, I was not expecting the one-shot kill on that at all. There's this little shelter. Now here's the issue. So what I would like to do is really? Seems clear. I'd like to quarter this and slowly pull apart the meat with my hands. It would really help with my carcass harvesting, but timing wise, we're not in the best spot.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I want the hide first, so let's get that. Alright. Next up, I'm going to grab 2 steaks. And we'll cook those. While we spend an hour pulling this apart.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, then we'll grab those. So in Pilgrim mode, you don't really have to worry about cooking predator meat, but it is something you want to be aware of. In the harder modes, because you don't want to get parasites. So we'll do another hour. And we're playing with fire. I mean, this weather could turn on us at any minute. So we'll put that here. Throw in 2 more steaks.
This pack is getting too heavy.
This way we get a little cooking skill out of it. But I'm more interested in the carcass harvesting at this point. Alright, we should have about an hour left, yep. We'll get these last few. We'll throw in a few guts. Good to go. A couple more steaks cooked. Some bear meat in this.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We'll take what we got and we're going to leave. If you go this way, not this way, a little bit further up, if you hang a right, well, let's just do that. This is going to take us to the plane crash. This is the second route. You know what, though? I think... No, let's just go. Let's just go. Anyway, this is absolutely a faster route back to Grandmother's house, but you might end up having to make some choices. But I kind of want to show this way, just so I can show you where there is that point where you have to make the choice, sort of, to commit, because you can't come back. And I want to show you this cave up here. It has a little bit of loot. Another chance for some coal. No real rope climbs or anything, so you don't have to really worry about your carry weight too much. Keep on trucking. And so the idea would be to come back here to get the stuff I need that I'm not going to be able to carry with me because I'm going to be too heavy to climb the ropes. Make a couple trips and then hit the caves again for more coal. An improvised knife, nice. Cedar, why not? Listen, I only have a 95% chance of starting this fire. So
Come on, little fire.
we'll do what we can. Um, okay, we'll hang out here tonight. Let's cook some meat. A little bit of water. Grab that. All right.
I need to find a place to rest.
Got about an hour left. Not bad. Good enough till morning. Let's crash. We'll do 10 hours. Pick up your bedroll. Get that bear meat, get that liquid refreshment, get those calories. And move on. Now, if you don't know, holding a torch in your hand actually keeps you warmer. So if you're in the Pleasant Valley and you're freezing to death and you don't know what to do, light a torch. It'll help. If you can. So we'll pop out here. We'll head to the right. And this is going to take us to an area, like I said, we've already kind of been to before in this video, which is running long. You're welcome. But we're going to get down to the point where we have to commit, which is right here. So once you walk past this point, that's it. You can't go back this way. Straight ahead, that's the plane crash, which we've already been to. So we're going to head to the right, which is going to bring us past the cave and the place where you can do the Polaroid picture mapping, and back to grandmother's house. So what I learned, and I'll pass on to you, the best way to get around is like this. If you can. Try to always have a torch and torches. Always try to have one lit and some rocks in your pocket. And you can pretty much get past everything except bears. Just another reason I don't really think the wolves in this game are that good, because, you know, a torch and a rock and you got them beat. So why don't you play with the wolves on? It's just annoying. And generally unnecessary. So there's my cave, right? We're gonna go this way. Never did find the Polaroid though, did I? I don't think so. Wonder where it is. Do I do it or don't I? Yeah, I feel like the weather could go bad any second, but I'm gonna do some charcoal anyway, and we'll map real quick. And you can see it shows features. Again, if I had some cattails or mushrooms, they would show up too. And if you have the Polaroid, you would get a much larger view. Just checking out what it was. Not very wet at all. So, other than the basin, and a couple other places I chose to ignore, we're good. There wasn't any moose sign up by the trailer, so the moose is probably down in the basin. Not going there right now. Well, I guess I could. The truth is, though, I want to get back with the stuff that I want. So let's hit this house real quick, because I don't think I actually searched this one. And that'll pretty much do what I want to do here. So tomorrow, I'll spend the day mending. Reading books, etc. I try to read all the books I find in the region, and that way I don't have to carry them with me. So again, we'll get ourselves in this corner where we don't have to move. And search all the cabinets that we can. Take whatever we want. And we'll try to keep the deterioration of our stamina down. Alright, let's keep looking. Okay, that should do it. Quick double check, make sure. Let's run upstairs. Like, why can't you break this apart? It's for babies. Okay.
That'll be useful.
Looks like scrap metal to me. Climbing socks. Yo! Yo! Bang. I was waiting on those. Alright. Sure. Works for me. Yeah. So now what? Now we go to grandmother's. We drop off whatever we can. We get our sewing on. And we plan to head out. In whatever best way I can. Let's plop the bearskin down. We'll leave these guts here for future pizza. A couple more sticks. Most importantly, the maples. A couple teas to make. Cool. And then, yeah, it's pretty much time to sew like a madman. Let's see if we have any cloth in here.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
And so, now let's eat a little something.
I'm not gonna be...
Okay, let's get our mending on. First, repair the important stuff that matters. Most importantly, the clothing you have on. Now, I honestly don't know if repairs are based on time or per repair. So I'm going to repair this hat, and I want to show you something. So it's 63%. So now we're going to harvest it. So basically the cloth that I put into it, I get right back. There are certain things that you want to do that with, like stuff like this. It's just garbage. It's really just helping my mending skill. So we'll fix it and tear it up. And you see I haven't had a fail yet. That should do it. We'll grab some more leather. Those crappy shoes. There we go. We'll head up the stairs. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We'll drop the gun real quick. That should help me weight-wise. A little bit. Pizza? Why? Well, mending is cool, man. You might not think it is, but it is. On any playthrough, on any level. Alright, let's see what we can eat. Let's get a drink in us. Knock that out. Get another one. We should be good for the night. This with a couple sodas. 10 hours. So interloper, stalker to interloper, 10 hours is about as far as you want to go. Fixed it, harvested it. Why? Because I don't really need it. Just helping me with mending. Have a snack. Back to it. So one in, one out. Can't you shove this in a container and come repair it later? Yeah, that's the plan. But for some of this stuff, you might as well trash it. Just saying. Oof, we are crazy heavy. Alright, pizza needs a 3-minute break. Lord, I've been texting. All right, let's see. Where are we at here? Time of day. All right, let's pop outside real quick. Well, pizza is tired. Pizza has hunger. Pizza has errands, and pizza is done. The pizza is ready to move on. So, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all be good to each other.